What is going on, guys? Sweet Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you another No Man's Sky video. I know it's been a while since I've been on this game or making content for this game, but I wanted to talk a little bit about why that is, and of course about how excited I am for the new update Beyond dropping this summer of 2019. And I know I'm late on this video, everybody's probably posted a video by now, but I thought I would go ahead and do one myself also. And I'm not a huge fan of speculation, but when it comes to No Man's Sky, I have really grown to the speculation of the community, of Hello Games. They make it super fun now because they've done such a good job of building up high levels of hype because of how successful the past few updates have been. I personally would like to thank Hello Games and Sean Murray for the passion and commitment they have put into their game, and especially to us fans who at one point might have doubted them since launch. Not all of us did, but many players and consumers really lost all faith in the company, and the comeback is insane. It's getting even more insane, and 2019 holds a lot for No Man's Sky, and all of us players who love to play the game. Now, instead of rambling anymore about this, let's talk about what I would like to see in No Man's Sky Beyond and what I actually think is going to be in the update. The main things I would love to see is honestly getting thinner and thinner, not because the game is getting to the point where no more additions can be made, but because it's getting closer and closer to being the ultimate dream game I've always wanted. For a lot of us it might already be there, but for me, trust me, it's getting really close. I really would like to see the fantasy aspect and the charm put back into the game, the vibrance, the color palette from the Foundation update. I want more lush planets and that don't make sense, like pink grass and green skies, or yellow burning fog with bright red surfaces. And many of you might say that you found something like this or it's already in the game. And yes, it might be, but I've just seen a lot less interesting planets since the next update. Next put in a bunch of features and striked off a lot of things on my wish list. But I think that planets used to be more interesting and the terrain looked a little bit more dangerous than it does now. It looks a bit too safe and the hills roll in like calm waves. An overhaul to terrain and fantasy-like overlays would be great for me. I miss the E3 colors and details. The fantasy from the trailer really grabbed me and I want that aspect back in some way. The game has become so much different than it used to be, and from what Sean had intended it to be, but it is possible to put some more of that color palette back in. I would like to see more creatures and different creatures at that. The behavior has improved tremendously, but I want creatures to look a little more real or act a little bit more differently, a little less jumbled up, honestly looking super slapped together. That's the one thing about RNG in this game. Planets are really nice, but for creatures, it's a little lacking for me. I would like some creatures in space that can maybe do damage to your ships or your freighter. More giant eyeballs like they put into the Abyss update. That one's really cool. I'd love more of that kind of stuff. Now, that's really all that I really want this update to have. I know that, online's coming and VR's coming, which is crazy awesome. Big shout out to Hello Games for that. That's crazy awesome. But let's talk about what I actually think is going to be in the update point 3. I think the update is going to be focused on space. Of course, it's called Beyond, but that might be a little giveaway there, but maybe some like spacewalking, portals that allow travel in between galaxies visited, and maybe a better way to connect to people's creations like bases or planets discovered, and also for possibly some more public type events. Obviously, the trailer hints at some portal travel, and the first portion of the update says NMS Online. I will also mention Hello Games does not intend on making this game an MMO. It's not labeled that, but it does seem as though we will have some features that make it feel like an MMO. I actually do think there will be some additions to space in terms of looks, maybe even storms, a lighting overhaul, maybe even space monsters. I would love to see all of that. Now, in terms of landing on asteroids, something that some of you have mentioned before, I'm not sure if that's going to be possible or how hard that would be for Hello Games to implement. It would be very cool, but I'm not sure if I would be interested in it unless there was some really cool rare materials or cool base trophies to collect or something. I'm not sure about that, or even if I would want that. I would like some better space combat for sure, pirating updates that make it a little more interesting than paying them off or refusing to pay and fighting it out. I would like some different type of bounties or reasons for space battles. I would also like some better combat on planets as well. I guess I can just throw that in there. Now, I do believe that there will be an overhaul of some sort, but at this point I think that it will be mainly focused in space and a little less focused on land and in water, since Next delivered a lot of that and so did the Abyss update. So we will just have to wait and see, but Beyond is said to be bigger than Next, and I believe that it will be. So what do you guys think? How excited are you for Beyond? I hope you all know I am still here and love NMS dearly, and I can't wait for this update and to begin making more videos. Maybe even more videos before Beyond drops, or maybe building some bases for you guys, maybe some live streaming, something like that. I would love to do some collaborations as well, maybe get together with some of you players and talk about Beyond and maybe do something like that live. Anyways guys, I hope that you enjoyed this short little video and my 2 cents on what I think will be in the update, what I wish will be in the update, and honestly how excited I am for Beyond and all that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.